Welcome to the deep dive. Today, our mission is to analyze, well, a really profound and complicated relationship narrative, and it's provided entirely through the lyrics of Deno's track, Fix Me. We're going to treat this as a kind of detailed self-portrait, really a shortcut to understanding these tensions between self-awareness and external dependency.
That's exactly right. We're approaching this deep dive almost like a psycholinguistic case study. What's so striking right from the jump is that the narrator details this desire for, radical life change, for stability. But the whole script, the whole plan, makes that transformation entirely contingent on finding one specific person.
And the opening lines, they don't waste any time at all. The core plea, the entire foundation is just laid right out, hoping you're the person that could fix me. It's just an instant declaration of vulnerability, but it's also mixed with this incredibly high expectation.
And that expectation is where all the tension begins, right?
Yeah.
Because the narrator already has this surprisingly deep level of self-diagnosis. They acknowledge their current state, they're riding solo, they call themselves a popular loner, and they even admit to moving toxic. So they get the problem. But they simultaneously outsource the entire solution. The request to fix me is immediately followed by, these action items, make me leave the streets. It places the burden of their own transformation entirely on this external partner. It's the ultimate paradox, trying to get control over your future by giving away all the control over your present.
Okay, let's unpack that chaotic internal state first. Segment 1 of this narrative is just this raw self-diagnosis of isolation and, like you said, admitted toxicity. The narrator doesn't even try to hide their failings. It's like they're cataloging them for us.
Oh, they're brutally honest. They talk about needing to be a bit selfish, and they stated explicitly that temptations have had me moving toxic. This isn't just some vague, self-pity. It's a clear admission that their behavior is actively harmful. And the real weight of that comes out in the regret. Had a good one, I hope I never lost it. That implies a pattern, right? A pattern of self-sabotage. This isn't their first time trying and failing to find stability.
And this destructive pattern is happening even while they're surrounded by status. They call themselves a popular loner who is riding solo. That is just such a fascinating psychological setup. How do you stay popular while feeling so isolated?
Well, the popular loner is, I think, a very modern thing. It's the person who performs connection well. They're recognized, maybe even famous in their circle, but there are no authentic emotional anchors. The status keeps people nearby, but the toxicity, that keeps genuine intimacy far away. So the isolation is real. It's deeply felt.
And we even see the physical manifestation of that emotional distance. The narrator says, ever since you ain't around hasn't been the same. It's this void that no amount of popularity can fill.
Exactly. And the lyrics use the external environment as a metaphor for that moral and emotional chill. Been outside too long? It's only getting colder.
Oh.
Being outside here means that chaotic, street-level hustle. It's a lifestyle that gives you resources, sure. But it costs you so much in warmth and connection. They're looking for someone to bring them back inside, out of the cold.
The desperation for that connection just comes right to the surface. The connection, could you please pick the phone up? It's like a high-stakes emergency call for an emotional rescue. It suggests this is a relationship that's either already broken or, constantly on the brink.
And this whole sense of existential loneliness, the search for an anchor, it's all framed against this bigger cultural pessimism. They say that in this generation, everyone is someone else's. What stands out there is this perceived lack of, originality or availability. They're looking for someone unclaimed, someone authentic, someone whose integrity hasn't been diluted. And that sets an incredibly high, maybe even an unrealistic standard for the person who's supposed to solve all of their problems.
It sets the bar not just high, but uniquely defined, which, that transitions us perfectly into the next segment, defining the fixer. The requirements for this partner go way beyond basic compatibility. It's something much more strategic.
That's the key shift. This person isn't just a romantic interest, they are a strategic asset. The narrator uses this very specific language. You're the only one that I believe is on brand. On brand. That suggests this partner fits the vision of success and stability that the narrator is building. They're a necessary piece of the narrator's future public identity.
And the expectation of service is just so intense. The partner has to be able to absorb the narrator's entire chaotic history. They are asked to put your baggage in my hand. It's an incredible request. It's like, I'm giving you my mess, and in return, what even is the currency of this exchange?
The currency is elevation and status. It makes the relationship inherently transactional, but it's based on this extreme interdependence. This narrator promises material rewards, public status, all designed to upgrade the partner's profile. They promise a rollie on your arm, I have you presidential, and then a very specific guarantee. Check, check, give me a check, put a check around your neck.
That word presidential is so key there. It doesn't just mean wealthy. It means like publicly sanctioned, vetted, elevated above everyone else.
Precisely. And if we connect that to the big picture, the dynamic is framed as mutually beneficial, but it's undeniably hierarchical at the start. The narrator is the resource provider, but the fixer is the structural provider. He says it outright, I lift you up and flex you, and that he can help them achieve their potential. I could really bless you reach your full potential.
So, I mean, isn't all high-status dating kind of transactional to some degree? What makes this specific exchange my chaos for your elevation? What makes it so interesting here?
It's how explicit the function is. In a lot of high-status dynamics, the transaction is subtle, it's hidden. Here, the transaction is